Namaste. No. So we'll start with our prayers. Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Namah Sri Shankarananda Guru Padambuja Janmani Savilasa Mahamoha Graha Grasaika Karmani. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we study with energy and vigor. May our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace, peace. Salutation to the lotus feet of my Guru, Sri Shankarananda, whose only work is to destroy the monster of primal nescience together with its effect, the phenomenal universe. So we are in Chitradeep Prakarana. Chitradeep. So the lamp of the picture. Chitra is picture, lamp, deep. So we have gone up to say 15, 16 verse. But as usual, recapitulation is important. And there is a principle there. It is said in Vedas, Abritti Asakrit Upadeshat. Asakrit, Sakrit. Sakrit means Sakrit means one. Sakrit. Asakrit means many times. Whatever is good, that is to be repeated again and again. This repetition has importance. It is not without any reason. We don't ask question, why should we eat every day? We should eat only once? No, we have to eat every day. Why should I breathe again and again? No, you should only breathe once. We cannot survive by breathing once or eating only once. Therefore, whatever is good, that is to be sustained. Good thoughts are very difficult to retain. That is why it is to be repeated. Then there is a nyaya, aghat, that ghat nyaya, I'm forgetting that here. So again and again you have to strike. And in one chance it will be revealed. So importance of repetition is very important. And we forget why we are not bodies, but 100 times, 1,000 times, million times we repeat, but still that body idea comes. That is why we need to reinvigorate this idea, reestablish this idea. So that is why that repetition is very important. Of course, I'll not repeat the whole thing then again. So I should repeat this also. This is a picture. So picture Chitradeep. So what is there in this picture? First, there is of course, the author has taken a painting. So today I have not brought that. Just imagine with this, that in a painting, what is there? There is a basic, the base, that means a cloth. And cloth should not be less as any cloth, but it should be strong enough to retain the painting. And then third thing is making outline. And the fourth thing is painting on it. The four. So same thing is being said here. Swataha Shubhra Atra Dhauta. Third, the naturally white canvas is the basis of the picture. By the application of starch in it, it is stiffened. It is stiffened. The outlines are drawn with a black pencil. So outline. So third thing. And when the appropriate colors are applied to it, the picture is complete. Simple. Now, this example now exemplified. Brahman by nature is pure consciousness. Pure consciousness. With Maya, he is called the indwelling spirit. With Maya. So, Maya Adhisha, the controller of Maya. That means God is, Sri Krishna said, Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. I am the presiding deity. And in my presence, Maya creates. So Maya is not a magical power. Devi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Durattaya. This is my power. So my power means my indication, then only it creates. So he is not doing anything, but in his presence, everything is being done. Is it practical or impractical? No, it is practical. When today, when I was singing, I was thinking, singing is happening. So everything, the hands were moving, singing also is going on. At the same time, one can be a witness of, say now, I'm talking, and I have to gather, I have to find out right words to express something. But at the same time, same thing, I can watch. You also same thing. You are listening. Your attention is there in listening. But you can watch your listening. So this is practical. Now, Brahman by nature is pure consciousness. With Maya, he is called the indwelling spirit. So, whatever is being done, that is happening in Maya. Maya is not magical power, it is divine power. It is divine power. So, we cannot say this does not exist. But ultimately, it does not exist. Therefore, we can say it is appearance. And whatever appears, we are not interested in it. We need to know the source. So indwelling spirit. In relation to the subtle bodies, he is the totality of souls. So the canvas and that stiffening. So it is all pervading. Say when you are writing a story, in the whole story you are there. So let me this. In relation to the subtle bodies, he is the totality of souls, identifying himself with them. And in relation to the gross bodies, he is again the one identifying himself with their totality. Same story. You are writing a story, you are with all the situation, all the characters, everything. You are connected because you are the creator. So creator is like that. He is again the one identifying himself with their totality. Now, as in a picture on a canvas, there are superior and inferior objects. So in the Supreme Lord, there are grades of beings from Brahma down to the animate and inanimate object. So you are writing a story. In that story, you have created, say, like a scientist who has invented something which is extraordinary, and it is with AI, artificial intelligence. Think of that person who has, but everything is you, the creator. So in your creation, there is a very intelligent guy who is inventing AI, and also the robots. So all are included there. So similarly, in this creation also, Brahma, the creator, and to the even dust, everything is in Brahman. The men in a picture are painted wearing clothes of different kinds. And the clothes are so painted that they appear as real as the canvas of the picture. So clothes inanimate. And say clothes are like, it's only color. But we think that, oh, it is a very nice cloth. Even, like somebody painted a nice picture, it's a screen. So a person came, so he wanted to remove that screen to see what is behind that. What is picture of a screen? So, like that, we find something which is inanimate. Actually, it is behind everything. That same consciousness, awareness, and bliss is there. On, on consciousness are superimposed various forms. In each of them, there is a reflection. That is a special function of consciousness. So consciousness, it influences, as it were. No, in presence of consciousness, even everything animates. See this light, otherwise it is nothing. In my awareness, in my consciousness, it is giving me power to see you. So even inanimate object has got empowered because of my consciousness. So in each of them, there is a reflection that is a special function of consciousness. They are known as the jivas and are object to be process of birth and death. So like this jiva. So the jiva in my consciousness, and jiva acts, eats, drinks, walks, and after this the body will fall and then it will transmigrate. So everything is happening in consciousness. Okay. Ignorant people imagine that the colors representing the clothes of the figures are real. Clothes as real as the canvas. So, like we are also, looks like real, but actually our awareness, consciousness, this is real, not this body. Body is changing all the time. When we were kids, small body. Now we have big bodies. And one day this body will fall. So body is not me, but all the time this idea comes. Awareness, consciousness, this is me. That is to be cultivated. So similarly, the ignorant imagine that the transmigrations of the jivas are undergone by the Supreme Spirit. So, like here, it's not myself is being transmigrated. It's already there. We cannot say everywhere because everywhere is also concept. So it is there on the canvas, everything is happening. Better idea is this canvas is our mobile screen. So there are so many things are happening, but actually it's not happening. Anyway, Supreme Spirit, thus substratum on which the jivas are superimposed. Now, just as the hills, etc., in a picture are not painted as dressed in clothes, so the inert objects like earth are not endowed with the reflection of consciousness. So, like objects, it looks like it has no consciousness, but everything is conceived in consciousness. All part of your story is you. All part of your consciousness is you. Or sorry. Now, the confusion of considering this transmigration with the attendant pain and pleasure and disease and this and that, not only transmigration. So all these with attendant pain and pleasure are real, and affecting the Supreme Self is called nescience. This idea that it is real. This is ajnana, ignorance. Samsara paramarthoya. What we think that this world is real. Scripture says no, it is not real. And in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, almost in every page, it says, this world is unreal. He says so, but this world is real. So, actually, what happens? It's our confusion. What is not real, we posit that it is real. What is, like there is a sutra in Yoga Sutra. Anitya, we think it is nitya. Ashuchi, whatever is not clean, we think it is clean. Like some bad smelling, but people enjoy that. So all this reverse happens when we are in ignorance. But when we have that awareness, then we'll understand what is nitya and we'll stick to that. So samsaraha paramarthayam. This world is real. That is why we need to have money, properties, relationship, and so many things. We are not saying don't take all those things. First, let us understand. Then detachment will come. First this, it is not to say, we are not saying these are not existing. It is called badha. Badha means to understand this is all false. It is all not real. We have to understand this. See, otherwise, if that is there, I would not have talked here. There is no world, no devotees, there's no need of talking. But all this happens, but we should understand this is not, it is temporary. Whatever is temporary is not real. But we have to say this, and also we have to behave like this. So this is the situation. So samsara parvarthayam sallagnaha swatma vastuni iti bhranti avidya. This is confusion. And it happens because of avidya. And we have no freedom, because our director says, so you have to do this, so we have to do this. Okay. Bhranti avidya syad vidyayesha nivartate. And with knowledge, though it is happening, but you'll know that it's not happening. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukta manyeta tattvavet. The knower of self knows that I am not doing anything. Though I am like moving my hands, speaking. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukta manyeta tattvavet. Sparshan, jigran, ashnan, gachan, swapan, swasan, pralapan, vissajan, unmishan, nimishan napi. Everything is happening, but I am not doing. Who is doing then? System is doing. This detachment will come. Like you are driving a car. You are moving 80 miles per hour. But you are stable. You are sitting in the car. While you are moving 80 miles per hour, you are not moving. So it is happening. Atma bhasasya jivasya samsarah na atma vastunah iti bodha bhaved vidya labhyati asau vicharanat. Now what is vidya? That's avidya in science. What is science? What is knowing? It is the jiva, a reflection of the self, which is affected by the pain and pleasure of this transmigratory life, but not the real self. So this reflection I have, yes, I also feel pain. But I have to understand this pain is only my reflection. Same person who is in pain goes to sleep and sleeps silently. No pain. But when he is awake, worries. When he is sleeping, no worries. He is enjoying. As soon as he wakes up, oh, I have to go there. I have to earn money. I have to fend this and that. All worries come. Why come? Because I am aware of that. Am I saying that don't do that? No, I am not saying that. What I'm saying, first we have to understand this is not real. So what is then real? Atma bhasasya jivasya samsaraha. It is happening because of my awareness. In my awareness, it is happening. It will happen till that time when it is necessary. After that, it will subside. A wheel, a car was moving and a wheel came out. So it has a momentum. And till it has momentum, it will move. Then it will fall down. So this confusion will go when that momentum will be lost. So it is the jiva, a reflection of the self, which is affected by the pain and pleasure of the transmigratory life, but not the real self. This understanding is called knowledge. It is achieved through discrimination. So we have to discriminate. I am not this. Body pain. Yes, body is paining. Fine, good. Thank you very much. Let it pain. Like yes, Swami Ashashanand was there. And he had that hernia. So he was not mindful of that. So somebody said, let it be operated. I said, not necessary. So one who is steeped in the self, even body is going somewhere. So okay, it's like prarabdha. What to do? Prarabdha kshaya should be there. Prarabdha to be diminished. Okay. Sada vichar tasmat. Therefore, all the time you have to cultivate this. And repetition and recapitulation. Therefore, one should always inquire into the nature of the world, the individual self, and the supreme self. So, three things. What is this world? What is this individual self? What is my supreme self? This we have to cultivate over and over again. Not one time. One time we forget. After cultivation, like we go to gym every day, or maybe and periodically. Then only the muscle is built. One day, once in a blue moon, if I go there, nothing will happen. So sada vichare, therefore, all the time, always inquire into the nature of the world, the individual self, and the supreme self. When the ideas of jiva and jagat are negated, jiva jagat, yes, appearing, fine, very good. And then gradually it will become a picture. So say like when we see picture, we are not affected by that. So like that. Then this world will become a picture. When the ideas of Jiva and Jagat world are negated, the pure Atman alone remains, alone shine. So all this tasya bhasa sarva midam vibhati. When it shines, then everything shines. We think that this world is real. And I'm not real. But the reverse is true. I alone am real. In my presence, everything happens. A person, when he dies, the body is there, relationship is there, properties, nothing connected with him. So anyway, na apratiti. Now next, by negation, it does not mean that the world and jiva cease to be perceptible to the senses. No, it will be there. And you have to act also. Say when you are driving, you are sitting. But you have to be aware, okay, somebody is crossing. Otherwise, there will be accident. And then the police will come and take you to the jail. So jiva, jail means this body will have to go there. So that means in the system, all these arrangements are there. We have to honor the system. Knowing this, I am not attached with it. So by negation, it does not mean that the world and jiva cease to be perceptible to the senses. It means the conviction of their illusory character. So bada means that they are not real, though it is appearing. See, we are habituated with it. We go to movie and we enjoy. We laugh and weep. But we know that it's only picture. But still our behavior pattern is the same. Similarly, in this world also, like Holy Mother behaving and normally. Knowing this is not my real self. This is only appearance. So, no. Otherwise, people would be automatically liberated in deep sleep or in a feint. So Badha means negating intellectually. Intellectually means at least to understand this with knowledge. In intellectual does not mean that um, only just a play of word. No, you have to realize this knowledge. Knowledge should be there. Otherwise, people would be automatically liberated. So people are not um, uh, automatically liberated. Say ordinary people, they think that this world is real. I am real, but they go to deep sleep and come out. Nothing happens, as Swami Vivekananda said. A fool goes to deep sleep, he returns as a fool. But a fool goes to samadhi, he returns as the wise man. Why? What is the difference? Because he realizes that this world is not real. He is wise. Though his behavior pattern does not change, he weeps, he laughs, everything happens. But he knows that this is not my real self. This knowledge is important. Paramatma avasheshopi tat satyatva vinishchayah. The Supreme Self alone remains, also means a conviction about its reality and not non-perceiving of the world. See, Sri Ramakrishna, when he was remembering mother, he used to go to samadhi. But again, when he would come, he would see this world and he would interact accordingly, appropriately. But he knew, everywhere he's saying this world is not real. If you open the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, you'll find umpteen number of times he said, this world is not real. This world is illusory. Why? We have to identify our real self. When we know this, as Sri Ramakrishna said, when you have knowledge of one, everything has its meaning. All zeros have its meaning. But if there is no one, all zeros are worthless. So the Supreme Self alone remains, also means a conviction about its reality and not non-perceiving of the world. Otherwise, there would be no such thing as liberation in life. So, liberation in life means contradictory. Why contradictory? Life is running, but he is liberated. How? Say karma jnana samuchaya. Knowledge and karma cannot go together. Karma and jnana, knowledge, cannot go together. Karma happens when we have knowledge of two. When we have ignorance, then we have knowledge of two. But a person who is the knower of self, he knows there is nothing. Neha nanasti kinchana. There are not many. It is one, ekam eva advitiyam. It is one. Okay, what happens? Suppose you are alone in home. Do you talk to yourself? Mr. Steve, that I have to do this tomorrow. You don't tell that. When you tell, when you have another friend comes, then only you tell. So, when one is unified, there is no talk, no action. But if a person is living, there must be many. That's why he lives. So this is a contradictory. But here he shows that it's not contradiction. He knows that everything will happen in nature. Prakritehe kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahamkara vimuratma karta aham iti manyate. So in Prakriti, everything will happen, but I am not the doer. I stand alone and it's happening. It's like you are driving. So many people are coming. So many scenes are um, being like approaching you. But you know it's all temporary. If you stick with someone or something, then you cannot proceed. You cannot go further. Okay. The Supreme Self alone remains also means a conviction about its reality and not non-perceiving of the world. Otherwise, there would be no such thing as liberation in life. And this is the purpose of our life. What is, the Supreme Self? Why he had this creation? Na? He wanted to enjoy that reality which is called Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti, Sukha Prapti, Hetave Janma Dharana. Like it is like this. You are sitting alone. And then one day you think, oh, there is no fun in it. I'm alone. What is the fun? Let me be many. Let me enjoy manyness. Then you write a story. And there was a king and the prince and this and that. So you are multiplying yourself. And at the same time, you are enjoying. If you are sleeping in your deep sleep, you cannot sleep for long. You have to wake up. And even if you don't wake up, somebody will come and wake you up. So, Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti Hetavi Janma Dharanam. The self is alone. Ekoham Bahusyama Prajaye. Let me be many. So he becomes many. Then he talks. Then Naren, he thinks about Naren and he calls, oh, my children, where are you? Come. My throat is pursed with talking to worldly people. So all this fun starts. Okay, should we think we have to know this? Oh, it's real fun. But we should not leave that uniqueness, oneness. One is becoming many. So that's why, in our tradition, we honor all. Say in the worship hall, we worship Guru Maharaj. He's sitting there thinking. He's sitting very much there. So duality. And we interact. And then Vishishtadvaita. He is manifesting as many. Yes, that's also true. And he's one. That's also true. So we don't discard anything. Rather, we accept all. So this is a great fun. Okay. Paraksha paraksheti vidya dvedha vicharaja. The knowledge arising from discrimination is of two kinds, indirect and direct. So vidya. Paroksha cha aparoksha. Paroksha means indirect. Aparoksha means direct. Aparoksha. That means I am not taking help of anything. So like if I say you don't exist, he will say, Swamiji, thank you very much for your advice, but I know that I exist. So this is direct knowledge. Nobody can deny this. And aparoksha means what I'm seeing. If I see, I cannot read. So I am using my eyes to see. But my existence, I'm aware of my existence. No need of seeing through somebody. So paraksha and aparaksha. Vidva Dedha Vicharja. The Tatra Apraksha Vidyapto Vicharoyam Samapyate. So when we have this knowledge of oneness, then no further cultivation of knowledge or vichar is not required. The knowledge arising from discrimination is of two kinds, indirect and direct. This process of discrimination ends in the achievement of the direct knowledge. So if I get the knowledge directly, then no need of my, all say like exercise. So if it is coming, when it is not coming, then we need. Asti brahmeti ched veda, paraksho jnanam eva tat. Aham brahmeti ched veda, sakshatkara sa uchyati. Asti, there is Brahman, there is God somewhere. And maybe on seventh heaven, maybe, we don't know where he lies. People say, yeah, there is God. So this is, and also like, yes, something is there, some power. Like Uparwala, say, like in Hindi they say, who is above everything. So that's a paroksha. Paroksha means indirect. But aham brahmeti ched veda, I am Brahman. But this will not help. One has to purify oneself first. And then it will shine itself. You cannot stop the shine. So aham brahmeti ched veda sakshatkaraha sa uchyate. So sakshatkar happens, it is direct knowledge. And for that, we need to purify ourselves. It's like this. There is a pool. Something has fallen in that pool. But water is muddy. In muddy water, we cannot see what has fallen. Suppose you clean the water, and now it is pure water, but it is in reflection. Then also we cannot see. So two things requires. One is to clean the water. Then it should be placid water. Then we can see. Our mind is like that. If mind is dirty, we cannot see inside. We cannot realize this direct knowledge. So mind should be purified. And number two, mind should be without ripples. That means mind should be ekagra. Chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta vritti. The vrittis, the mental modifications to be stopped. But even if it is in turmoil, but mind is pure, even then we can understand that there is something. So, asti brahmeti ched veda paraksho jnanam eva tat. Aham brahmeti ched veda sakshatkara sa uchyati. The knowledge that Brahman is indirect. And knowledge that I am Brahman is direct. Now, there is one thing in Upanishad, like in Taittiriya Upanishad. The Taittiriya Upanishad says that, let me quote. Santa viduriti. Asti brahmeti ched veda santamenam tato viduhu. Asti brahmeti ched veda. A person who, when he knows there is something, so that means he is a good man, Sant. In Hindi, we say Sant. Sant means good one, good man. Saint. So saint also has come from there. Saint. That means he has that, yes, there is something. Santa Menam Tato Vidirti. This Taittiriya Upanishad. And in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Tasmat Atmanam eva Atmanam eva Veda aham. Atmanam eva Veda aham. Brahma asmi iti tasmat tat sarvam abhavat. That Atman alone is there, and from this everything is being projected. So this is aham atma. Tasmat atmanam aham eva. Aham brahmismi iti tasmat tat sarvam abhavat. So this is Brihadaranyaka 1, 4, 10. So there, that this self is Brahman. On this everything is painted and being obliterated. So this is called Sakshatkaraha. That means realization. I am Brahman is direct knowledge. Tasmat Sakshatkara Siddhyartham Atma Tattvam Vivichyate Yenayam Sarva Samsarat Sadyeva Vimuchyate. We now consider the nature of the self with a view to having its direct experience, through which the jiva is immediately liberated from all worldly fetters. So Atma Tattva. So one is jiva, one is kutastha. Kutastha means like anvil. Anvil has got special characteristic. If you want to shape any iron, you have to beat again and again. To beat on something, but what happens if you take wood, that will be distorted. But anvil is that, though it is made up of same iron, but very strong iron. You can beat anything, but there will be no change. Similarly, kutastha here means there is Brahman or my real self who is never changing. Never changing. We now consider the nature of the self with a view to having its direct experience, through which the jiva is immediately liberated from all worldly fetters. So when we know that kutastha, then kutastha brahma jiva jivesha ityevam chit chaturvidha. So four kinds of things are there. Kutastha brahma jiva isha ityevam. Four kinds of things. What is that? What are those? Kutastham brahma jivausho iti evam. So kutastha chaitanya, brahma chaitanya, jiva chaitanya, and ishwar chaitanya. So four. Consciousness, that is pure consciousness, and brahma consciousness, jiva consciousness, and God consciousness. The self as consciousness absolute is spoken of the kutastha, absolute consciousness. Brahman, jiva, and Ishvara, just as for the instance of akasha, ether, is called not akasha, but pot akasha. So the example will be given. Pot akasha, all embracing akasha, akasha conditionally by water, and akasha conditioned by a cloud. Kutastha, Brahma, Jivenshe, Tevam, Chaturvidha. So what are those? Ghatakash. There is a pitcher. In that pitcher, there is water. Now what are there? One is the space that is in that pitcher. Space that is in that pitcher. So Ghatakash. Mahakasha means that Mahakasha outside. Say space here inside, space outside. Now, these two are very clear. Ghatakasha, Mahakasha, Jalakasha. Now, the water is there in the picture. In that water also there is Akasha. Or we can say like in the cloud there is water and reflection is falling on that. That in that reflection the water is there is also Akasha. So one is called the self as consciousness. Absolute is spoken of as Kutastha. So Kutastha means absolute consciousness. Then comes Brahman. Then Jiva and Ishvara. Just as, for instance, Akash, ether, is called pot Akasha, means Ghatakasha. Pot, in the pot, Patakasha, space, that is pot Akasha. All embracing Akasha, the Mahakasha. The outside space is also in that. Okay, this is a bit, we'll understand gradually. Patakasha, all embracing Akasha. Then Akasha conditioned by water and Akasha conditioned by a cloud. So in that reflection, there is a space. I mean, there is a space and in that space, there is a cloud. In that cloud also Akasha is there. So reflection. So all these four kinds of here. But, sometimes the number increases, especially, yeah, like, that Sureshwaracharya. So he conceived 6 Akasha. Sureshwaracharya, that means Shuddha Chaitan, pure consciousness, then God consciousness, Jiva consciousness, and consciousness of avidya. We have awareness of avidya also. And then consciousness of separation of this avidya and Chaitanya. So we need not go to in that details, but what the text would say that we will go that way. So there are, as many Pandits, so many opinions. It is said, Munde Matir Bhinna. Every head has got different kind of ideation. So anyway, or ideas. So the self as consciousness absolute is spoken of as Kutastha. Kutastha means absolute. Absolute awareness. Then comes Brahman. Then comes Jiva. Jiva means like we are Jivas. So suppose this, you are writing a story. When you are not writing anything, you are absolute. Then you thought, I should write. So you have stepped in. Then you want, you are a writer then. Now no more the absolute. You are a writer. Absolute is also there. Behind you, there is absolute you, who is not a writer. They was not thought about it. But as you want, there should be some writing. And then you start writing. And then you create your writing. So many characters, so many incidents that happen. So when you are not thinking, that's absolute. No connection, even that thought also did not come. When that thought came, so first, and then you are the creator, you are writer, and then you created many characters. So we can see this way. Then Ghatavachinna Khe Niram. Yat tatra pratibimbitah. So I'll read the translation. That's easier. The sky with clouds and stars reflected in water, contained in a pot. So Akasha, that means that's outer Akasha. So one is Akasha, space. Then one space is in the Ghata. And in that water, some space is also reflected in a pot which encloses space, is known as Akasha in water. Now, the sky reflected, I think we should stop here. Otherwise, and also time is up. Okay, any question? Yes.
You mentioned consciousness and then awareness. Are they different? Or are they the same?
Who is conscious is aware. Sat, Chit, Ananda. These are Swarupa Lakshana. Swarupa Lakshana means sign of the reality. Swarupa Lakshana. So one is called indicative. Like suppose, what is Mount Tabor? You see there, that trees are there. And now where is that, what is that called? Jalashay, this water body. What is that?
Reservoir.
Reservoir. Where is that reservoir? Let's say, you see that those trees, can you see the trees? Trees are on the reservoir. What it means? Trees cannot grow in reservoir. That means it is on the bank. So it is called Tatastha Lakshana. Lakshana means indicative. And Swarupa Lakshana means, that means its real nature. It is not that Brahman has awareness. Brahman has consciousness. No. Brahman is awareness. Brahman is consciousness. So awareness, see, how you know that you exist? How you know you exist? I'm asking a question.
I am the unadorned I am.
You are aware of your existence. Then only you know you exist.
I'm aware of my existence.
Correct. So awareness and existence are not two different things. Even you are full of bliss, but it becomes covered. That's why we don't feel. Only at the time of deep sleep, all the covering is gone, so we enjoy. But this state can be achieved through knowledge and also devotion. And that time one is full of joy. But as of now, because of dirt and dust, and I have to go there, I have to do this, somebody insulted me, I'm angry with it. All this dirt is there. That is why we don't feel that we are joyous. Otherwise, joy is our real nature.
So in the mind, right? So that's where that's the place where the reflected awareness, the reflected consciousness.
Yeah. And we are one with mind. When we are studying, then we separate. Otherwise, we are minds. But when we think that we are minds, that time also we are not minds. It's our confusion.
So how do you use the reflected consciousness in the mind to eventually point to the...
That's why we need to, we have to think about it. What is mind? What is its function? Who is making it aware? And is it one with it or it is separate? That is why we are studying this.
So from mind, we're trying to point to the source.
to mine, and now as if everything is mixed up. Like sand and sugar is mixed up. To find sugar, what you have to do? You have to put water, dissolve it, and then filter. Then you can get sugar syrup. So this is like that. This is a process. Knowledge is a process by which we can be aware of our awareness, negating all the dirt and dust. So that is what we are doing. To find out what is reality, what is this mind, how it functions, and whether it is permanent or impermanent. See, like every day we know this. When you go to sleep, do you try to remember how much money do you have and what you have to do next day? If you do that, then you cannot sleep. So you discard that then and there. But the problem is next day it again comes like that ghost. Story, that ghost, that one wanted to take bath in Ganga. So if you take bath in Ganga, then all the sin will go up. So what happens? People go to take bath. So since they perch on the branches of the trees, as soon as man comes out, all the sins they jump on his shoulder again. So is the case with us. So that's why we need to do again and again, umpteen number of times, till it is established. Okay, thank you very much.
Pranam Maharaj. Maharaj, which book you are following for Panchadashi, written by
Panchadashi Swami Swahanandji.
Sahanandaji's book? Okay, I'll have to get one. Where are we right now? Have we just started or it's been going on for a while?
Going on, but when we come, we recapitulate.
Okay.
Chapter 6. verse
Chapter 6.
8.
Oh, okay.
Chapter 6, verse 16.
I'll have to get the book.
Okay. Mark. Namaste. Namaste. Good. Okay, thank you very much. Jai Ma.
Okay, Pranam Maharaj. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Dukka, dukka.
Jai Ma.
Jai Ma. Jai Ma.